stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt to maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to. Would you hold on to me, cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. Stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. But I don't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. If I stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
We are here.
We're tired.
We're back, though.
Yes.
We're back.
Oh, yeah, because we were here last week.
Yeah, I mean,
forgot.
that's how that works. We're back
Yeah.
doing this.
Yes.
I know. We missed this.
Yeah, last week. We were in Washington.
Yeah, we'll get to that for sure. And I was just noticing, like, right before she pours a shot, she gets her, like, one of the biggest shot glasses we own, fills it.
Isn't that full?
I get this little baby thing, it's like
it's
half
like the
full.
same amount.
Oh, that is not even.
It's just deceiving.
I get a baby glass.
It's just deceiving.
It's so tiny.
I broke my other small one.
Yeah, that's sad.
And it was sad.
I hate breaking stuff.
It bounced. I tried to catch it. It didn't work.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Happy Friday.
We're here for Friday.
Huh?
We're here for a Friday.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about?
Mama say, Mama sama.
Mama Sakusa. Mama
Not gonna
Sakusa.
stop. Not gonna stop.
Salud.
Slanchava, people. Clink, clank, click, click, clack, clink.
So I was telling Scooter before this.
Oh.
People are busy on Fridays.
Yeah. So there's,
which is good.
It's a good thing for everybody to do stuff on Fridays.
Yeah.
So we have considered switching it to a different day, but Sarah's never available.
No.
She's busy. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights, you're busy.
Like a cat.
No.
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 I did. I sound like a cat. No.
You better.
No. We could do Thursdays, just not the first Thursday of every month.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We might switch it up.
Yeah.
Just so that we can get
because we like when people
more of
in
our
the chat.
crew. Yeah, it makes it fun for us. We're not doing it for you. We're doing it for us. It's true. You guys being in the chat is way more fun for us.
Yeah.
You know, because hanging out with Sarah by herself is whoa. It's a lot.
The F?
Yeah.
That's so rude.
I
didn't like that.
Here's what I did like is we did take a week off, but I'm finding out that the more time I spend with you, the more we get along.
That's true. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Like the more, like, if we're to get together for a day, we're getting along 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, the longer we're together, the better we get along.
I feel like we always get along.
We always get along. But I was just saying, there's this tension of when you're working and when you're gone or when I'm gone and that kind of stuff. It's like we come back and there's like this awkwardness because we're not super social people.
Yeah.
So if we haven't been social for a while, we're used to not being social. And then we come back together and go, I do stuff my own way. Why are you in my way?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more you.
I got you. What? I don't agree.
No, it's just as much me.
It's more you.
No, just as much.
All right.
It's 50-50. California, 50-50.
That's stupid.
It's the law.
It's ridiculous.
It's the law.
The law's dumb.
It's the law.
All right, who's sponsoring this nonsense?
Okay, let's get the sponsors. Of course, always a Lever Consulting.
She is back in town, and she sent us goodies, and I'm excited for tomorrow.
Oh, when does it show up?
She said tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Literally. She Lever Consulting. Lucy's young. She's just back from China. She has some grandparents that are not doing great, as people do.
As people age.
So she's trying to make sure and go back there as much as she can.
Yeah.
To see them. But yeah, she sent us some goodies that every time she takes like a trip like that, she brings
anywhere
us
in the
something.
world.
Like
she
we
sends
have
us something. We have coffee from
I
don't know
wherever she was.
We couldn't read it. So we were kind of scared to drink it.
No, I tried it.
Did you?
A long time ago, I think.
Oh, all right.
There wasn't there chocolate or something. I don't know.
We ate the chocolate.
Yeah, for sure.
We didn't care what language it was in.
Yeah, I'll just eat it. A lever. We can't read the labels on the back of English ones. Like, what does that word mean?
That's fair.
It means death and
I think of the other one,
acid.
We Googled it and it said chocolate. We didn't read the other ingredients, but we read chocolate.
The ingredient said chocolate.
Yeah, good enough.
But Lever Consulting, make sure to go to leverconsulting.com, sign up, contact them for an introductory consultation. Mention Sarah and Scooter sent you over there for some pretty cool, just check it out. They life skill stuff that you just didn't know you needed a life skill for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also we got Yaya's Embroidery. Find her on
URL.
Find her on the Instagram, not Instacart.
The IG.
Yeah.
Baby.
All right. I don't know what's happening.
The IG, baby.
Okay. She does fantastic embroidery and screen printing, shirts, hats. I feel like everything. She does it all, and she's so good, and her quality is amazing, and we just love her. Oh, we have stuff.
Yeah, this is, we still have 2 beanies to give away.
Ooh.
2 beanies, if you can see there. Yeah, 2 of these. with our own personal logos, because that's Sarah's personal logo. This is my company's personal logo, and that's Sarah's Scooter. We just kind of merged them together.
Adorable. Stickers. And we didn't make the stickers keychains.
No, but yeah, they
can
just
win
did
them.
these here, and so I just want to give an example of those. But the stuff that you're seeing right here is the stuff that we give away.
Yeah.
And yeah, so check it out. Yaya's Embroidery, 10% off. Mention Sarah and Scooter. You get 10% off your whole order. Plus, just on a tidbit on that, there's a package on the way. We're sending that to Beth and Angel.
Yeah.
So it's on the way to you. Should be shipping out tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So, because we were just gone. We were literally not even in this house.
I got back yesterday.
I got back before then, a few days before then, but I was like, just trying to catch up on life. So, let's go back to this. So yeah, those are our sponsors. There are some sponsors coming in the future for one-off kind of things. We might be giving away some games, and then maybe giving away some games.
I mean, if you like games, this is the right
Yeah,
place.
if you like tabletop games, board games, look out, because some of them are going to be given away on this show too.
Oh.
I don't know if we want to do questions of the week again. Maybe we'll deal with that. We haven't really discussed anything like that. I like the kind of the wheel thing for just random stuff, but I do like giving away board games maybe as a giveaway prize. I don't know.
Know something and you get a game.
Know something.
Maybe. Know something.
Is that N-O or K-N-O-W?
I mean, either.
Know something.
Yeah.
No.
Where's that comma? All right. You want to talk about some stuff?
We can.
Some things? Good thing. How many you got?
Woo! I filled in my whole box.
Wow.
Because there was a lot. We were gone. So
well, I didn't want to take yours, so I only did 2.
Well, I mean, take mine. What do you mean? We were both there.
Yeah, okay, well then I'll feed off of yours. Go ahead.
Okay. So I just put Pacific Northwest. So, but then I did a list. So we did the PNW IRL.
Yes.
We did the Pacific Northwest in real life, if you don't understand what that meant. Ran a breath. Okay, I'm back. We went and saw multipass. Multiple people. First stop, we went in, got in, checked in, zipped over to the Mattars.
Yes.
So Ariel, my oldest daughter, and her husband, and the 2 babies that are in the house, we went over and saw them. We played games with them, which was hilarious. So
fun.
we have to discuss. Maybe that's a little discussion after this, is like knowing how people. Okay, I'll get into that.
Okay.
We got to play games with them. We got to hang out with Lil L and Linya, which was just. When you talk about night and day human beings.
Yes.
But if you met, it's kind of like, have you ever met a person and, well, when you see 2 people that are like brother and sister or best friends and one's super chatty.
Yeah.
The other one just is usually quiet.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't get a word in edgewise.
Right.
Right. And that is the Mattar babies.
Yes.
You have Linya, who's just a word every half a second.
Yeah.
Right. And not good, not bad, just who she is.
Yeah.
She's got a lot to say.
Yes.
She has a lot to say. And it's not even full of like crazy energy, just that big energy.
Yeah.
She has big energy. And I mean, I know her mom, so her mom has big energy in the same way. But yeah, she's just, some of the things she says is just, it's off the cuff and so funny to me, because she's not even trying to be funny. She's just being her.
Yeah.
And she expresses herself
so
the
well.
whole way. I think some of my favorites were, she wanted me to take a call on a pretend phone to meet her friend because she wanted to make sure he knew who Papa Scooter was.
Yeah.
And that was hilarious. And she even took a side phone call with him because she goes, I don't think you like him, and you have to like him because he's family. Like, it was just the cutest thing in the world. It's just also like talking about colors and stuff like that. Her mom was saying something about, being a brown girl.
Yeah.
And she goes, Mom, I am not brown. I am tan. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was just the funniest.
Agreed.
She's literal and creative at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something so hilarious.
And she's 4.
Oh, and the other human, and the other human's what she's Elle
She's
is
gotta be 2 this year, right?
yeah
Yeah.
is
Almost 2.
a very May 10th. I think it's May 10th. Am I wrong?
Don't know.
No,
I'm terrible at dates.
I think it's a month after that. Okay, I'll just have to look it up. So I think May 10th is Linny's, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. But yeah, Elia is just doesn't like people that she doesn't know around her.
Yeah.
She'll actually she cringes.
Yes.
I mean, we went out to dinner and the server was behind her and she would just lean over and look to go like, why is this person close to me? It was just, and we'll just nonchalantly just lay on the floor because she doesn't want anybody around her.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting my little world. Hilarious. She's hilarious in that aspect. So, really, really enjoyed it. That was our first stop. Second stop, skirt. We went down a little bit south of Olympia. Well, Tumwater. So right out of Olympia, Washington. First, we were north of Seattle. Then we're south of Olympia, just barely, like 2 streets south of Olympia.
Yeah.
To play some games and hang out with Eggers. So we did that. Before we went to their house, we met him at a
tap room.
at a brewery.
Yep.
He's like, you got to come to the brewery.
Yep.
Here's what we're doing. So we went to the brewery. We ate, we played games, did all those kind of things. And we did go to Capital City Guitars.
We did.
I forgot. I'll probably give them a shout out. All right. Oops. I forgot to put them in there. Capital City Guitars was just right next to where we were going to go have dinner anyways.
Yeah.
But I was like, instead of ordering M's first guitar and just having it shipped there, I was like, well, let's get it from a local place. So I contacted the guy. We went in there, hung out, and got Emery her first guitar.
Hey.
I mean, it's not like a super expensive guitar or anything like that, but it's like, I think like every kid who likes music, likes singing and that kind of stuff should have like an instrument. That's just how I've always been.
Yeah.
Got to have an instrument. All my kids have had an instrument of some sort given to them. Because I think that's a huge encouragement. But that was super fun. Hang out with her she in a very similar way, well, not very similar way, in a completely different way, is also extremely expressive.
Yes.
But expressive in full just sentences.
Yeah.
And looks you dead in the eye, asks you a question, or tells you something. Just soft-spoken and super articulate.
Yes.
I mean, how many times she goes, Sarah, can I color on your phone?
Right.
I'm like, what is happening right now? And she's 2. So yeah, it's one of those things of,
Yeah.
It's insane that like the way she communicates. Of course, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's whatnot, but it's so sweet and so nice. Like she will say, when we were at the brewery, because Kyle was there, her uncle, she goes, Uncle Kyle, I really missed you.
Oh.
And I'm like, and not Uncle Kyle, I missed you.
Yeah.
That was Uncle Kyle, I really missed you. Like enunciated and pronounced everything perfectly. So it was super hilarious. Okay. So we'll get probably more into that, more into these things, but also with, we went and had lunch real quick with Missy and Chris, my sister and her husband.
Yep.
So that was really nice. Just spent like an hour having lunch. They met up with us at a restaurant, had lunch, and they went off and had pedicures, and we went off and did stuff. So it was super nice for them to take the time out of their day to come have lunch with us. These are all things that we talk about on this show, is showing up in real life, and I always want to encourage people to do more of that if you can.
Agreed.
And don't make excuses. There's reasons, but doesn't have to make excuses to not do it. So that's my big one. I have other ones.
All right.
I have one other one.
Mine are lame. But my good thing, I feel like this one should have went somewhere else. My good thing is, so I was in Arizona. It's my good thing. Just kidding. I was on the tram to the airport, and there was a guy standing next to me. This is my good thing because nothing ever exciting happens to me in my life.
Lord.
I've told the story 18 times now. So I'm standing on the tram. There's a very tall guy next to me, and I look at him, and I think, you play a sport. So I look at his shoes, they're Nike. I'm like, tracks. I look at his pants, they say NFL. I say, tracks. I look at his shirt, and it says Nike. I look at him again. This guy plays a sport. So then I was looking at his luggage because he had like luggage tags and he had names and stuff. And I was like, I can't read what your name says. But he had a tag on his suitcase that said NFL team. I said, stop it. And then it had his jersey number and then his name. And I was like, friggin' A, I knew it. But I can't Google him, obviously, on the tram. That's embarrassing.
Why? There was probably 10 other people doing the same thing.
There's no way. No one else even seemed like they were noticed.
Well, they're probably better at hiding themselves.
Maybe. So I obviously waited till I was in a space by myself, and I Googled him, and I saw his picture, and I was like, oh, that was him. It was a football player that plays for the Texan Houstons. Nope. Houston Texans. Getting there. Getting there. That's how excited I was.
The Texan Houstons.
I never see anybody famous.
That's not true. I'm right here.
I never see anybody famous.
I'm across from you all the time.
I said what I said.
Oh.
Anyways, that was my good thing. I didn't get a picture or an autograph or anything. I just thought.
Well, because you didn't know who he was.
But I knew he was somebody.
Well, okay.
That's all.
I just feel like if he didn't have any of that stuff around him, you would just like, wow, that's a tall person.
No, there's something about people who like do things. I don't know how to say it. Because there's some people who are like, I'm so cool, I have my sunglasses on, and like you want people to notice you. And other people who like you could tell they do something important, but they're just like, I don't want anybody to notice me. I just want to be another person. And he had that vibe of like, I don't really want to be noticed. But I'm like, but you're somebody. I could tell by the way you're standing here
7 feet tall,
with your 18 pieces of luggage all by yourself.
Really?
He only had like 4, but he had a lot.
That's a lot.
It was a lot.
I mean, that's probably his whole jersey.
And then my thought was, are you trying out for this team?
Oh, that's a good point.
I know.
Did you look it up? Did you even find out?
I didn't.
Well,
I just thought he was who he was.
You looked, but you didn't know if he was a rookie. You didn't find out.
No.
Where he? I mean, okay.
I just saw his name and I saw his face and I was like, yeah, that was the same guy.
Wow.
I went on with my day and found me some pork belly. And that was it.
Oh, what a super fan she is.
I didn't know. If it was like Jalen Hurts, I'd be like, holy guacamole. I know who you are. It's going to be real awkward and I apologize right now. I'm sorry I'm pointing at you.
I mean, but I'm sure he gets that kind of stuff all the time. Especially being in such a high profile position.
Yeah, because I didn't even recognize the guy's name. Like, even when I saw it, I wasn't like, oh, I know that name.
I mean, but you got to look. There's, 80-some people on a team?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many actually are on a team. But
and again, I'm so awkward. I don't know how to make that less weird. Like, seeing somebody, like, interesting and being like,
and
hey.
I got to think about that. Like, yeah, but I'm on a football team. It's so rare to, I mean, there's only like 3 or 4 high profile players per team.
Yeah, he may have actually appreciated someone recognized.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Know.
I was like, he going, hey, you obviously are in the NFL.
Yeah.
What team are you playing for? Like, I think that'd be rad.
I shouldn't even ask her. Something like, can I get a picture? And be like, okay.
And then you look it up later.
Right, exactly. That's what I should have done. Shoulda, woulda. Yeah. Anyways, it's not a famous person
who bought some stuff secondhand.
That would be funny.
Because it fit.
Right.
He's just a big guy that bought some NFL guy's old stuff because it fits and he's big.
I also appreciate like it's gonna sound really stupid, but like you just assume people who play sports for a living and they make like a decent amount of money. Right. But you would think that like all their stuff's really nice, and his luggage was just like. You could tell it was like one had to have been his wife's suitcase and maybe one like they were all different colors, nothing matched. It was all strange. And I was like, I kind of appreciate you even more.
Well, I mean, even if you're on the bench most of the time, you can make like $4 to $5 million a year,
right?
Even be in practice and that kind of stuff. But it's like I think there are some people that look at Marshawn Lynch, right? It was like he's not a flashy dude.
Yeah.
I mean, even though he's worth a lot and has a lot of products and those kind of things, but he's just not a flashy dude.
I would recognize Marshawn.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is there's probably up to 4 or 5 recognizable people per team.
Yeah.
In the NFL, but I don't know how many positions are there. Like 25,
Right.
30.
Yeah.
Some
Like if it was the kicker,
positions.
I'd be like, I don't know.
Well, think about this. Think about like right tackle,
Yeah, that's true.
defensive tackle.
Unless they're on Hard Knocks, they're probably
No, just like defensive end, maybe.
Yeah.
You might, there's most of the defense, you probably, if it's not a linebacker,
Yeah.
you probably have no idea who it is.
But you would just know from the size. You'd be like, you're definitely in a sport. These guys are massive.
You're a sport. You're a sport guy.
You're a sporter.
You're a sporter. Oh, so
That's all I got.
Oh, really? I have a couple more.
Okay.
I got a new guitar rack.
Yes.
That's a good thing for me.
Yeah.
It puts stuff, because how many times that I move my chair and knock over a guitar is probably once a week. So now that is gone away.
So what? All I'm hearing is that there's a song coming out in the next 30 days.
At least, but yeah, there will be at least one.
Okay.
Because also you picked up my amp that I got from Oakland Guitars. So that's
giant.
It's constantly on.
It's massive.
Yeah, it's beautiful though. Isn't it beautiful?
So
You
nice.
can't see it, but so that's really nice. And also, a really good thing that I have to say is Tony didn't break his computer.
Poor Tony. I don't know if you guys know this, but we're not nice. We laugh. I mean, I especially laugh at most things that are terrible that happen to people.
So context.
Yeah.
Tony didn't break his guitar, his computer.
Yeah.
Tony didn't break his computer, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
The way the story goes is, we're over at the Mattars, talking to Ariel, talking to Tony. Tony's on his computer, Sarah's on her computer. They're both kind of working and talking at the same time. We're all kind of doing all these things, and Lenny is the center of attention and, talking stuff. And it's super cute. But he gets up, goes to move his computer, leaves it. It was plugged in while he moves it. The charger gets hooked, yanks it out of his hand, and his computer just goes flop.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like the smacking sound was, I mean,
on hardwood floors.
yeah. So a big smack on the floor. Nothing changes.
Yeah.
Lenny doesn't skip a beat. She's still talking. Arrow just look over and goes, "Oh, so you're carrying the cable with you," and then just kept talking with us. And he just picks it up and moves over. And I'm going, so this obviously happens a lot. Like, there's no shock in what's happening right here. And Sarah and I are, after this happened, we talked later, was like how hard it was for us not to laugh.
Oh, I wanted to laugh so much.
Once the computer turned on.
I wanted to laugh before the computer turned on.
I was waiting for that. Because I know he picked it up, went over there, turned it back on, made sure it worked. And then I was like,
Because I'd feel bad if it didn't, but I wanted to laugh before.
how'd it go, bro? So I just thought it was hilarious to me to when it hit the ground and nobody skipped a beat. Like, just moved on.
Yeah.
It was not traumatizing. Just, this must happen a lot.
Oh, I wanted to laugh so hard.
So I did mention Ariel later. I didn't talk to Tony, I don't think, later about that. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. So in this house, when those kind of things happen, where we're calling it pulling a Tony,
Yeah.
that's our new thing.
That's hilarious. It was great. I laughed.
So yeah, those are all my good things.
Alrighty.
We'll talk more about the games as we go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rant of the week. Rant of the week.
Rant of the week.
Yeah, chiropractor.
That's your rant.
Basically. No, I'm just kidding. So my rant is a first world problem. Not third world.
So you ran out of water?
Yeah, basically. No.
You're in poverty?
I don't understand why Disneyland is so expensive. I don't understand the people who go multiple times a year. I don't understand why you would do it if you can go to another country instead. I think
True.
that's what confuses me.
That makes a lot of sense.
We're going for a reason, and we're happy to go because we're going to go celebrate our friends and their marriage and all this fun stuff. But like the people who go like multiple times a year, when they have like families that go, and I'm like, holy crap, it's an investment.
Especially if you could take your kids to Mexico.
I mean, so many places.
You could almost go to Hawaii.
Definitely go to Canada.
You can go to Canada. All those things. You could travel. You could go to an amusement park in a different country.
I feel like you could probably end up going to Japan for the cost of going to Disney at this point.
You probably could.
Yeah. It's a wonderful place. If you've never, I feel like everyone should go at least once because it's an experience, right? You should go at least once. But man, the people go multiple times a year. I'm like, dang.
I think it's different if you didn't have to travel. And when you're a resident, you get a discount on
if you're in Southern California.
Yeah, the yearly pass.
Yeah.
Right. So there's some, what's it called? Incentive.
Discounts.
Yeah. But I'm just like.
But other than that.
Yeah.
Disney, there's no need. And you know what someone else said on a podcast I was listening to?
Nope.
When inflation goes up, companies are like, well, we have to raise our prices because of inflation. But they never say, well, inflation went down, so we're going to lower them back down. They're always like, well, now this is the new normal. But IKEA,
how can it
lower their prices?
No, but it's like inflation doesn't go down. That would be deflation.
Well, yeah. Well, inflation rates. Yeah, inflation rates.
But inflation rates go down.
Yeah. They don't call them deflation rates.
Well, that's dumb.
Well, they don't.
If it goes down, if the percentage goes down, that's deflation.
That's not what it's called.
Isn't it?
No.
Come on.
It's not a balloon.
But you inflate a balloon.
Anyways, I was like, I kind of agree. Look at gas prices when everyone's like, well, the gas price have to go up because of all these circumstances. The circumstances are gone, and gas is still like $5-6 a gallon.
Still 25 cents more. Let's just pick it up another.
We
notch.
might as well just leave it. And now the summer rates are coming in, but then the summer rates never go away when summer's over. And I'm like, now I'm confused. So the fact that businesses can just keep adding all these things and calling whatever they want, and then they're like, what do you mean you expect to make more money? Well, I can't afford that anymore because you said inflation went up, but apparently inflation doesn't affect how much I make per hour, so I can no longer afford that $18 loaf of bread.
True.
Weirdest thing in the world to me.
Yeah, there's some percentages that are way off.
Everything right now.
Yeah, the percentages of, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Someone's like, well, how come inflation never goes down for stuff? And I'm like, right. I don't know. But IKEA did it. IKEA lowered prices because they're like, well, inflation's going down, so we're lowering our prices. I was like, what?
So somebody did.
Yes. Sweden.
All of Sweden.
All of Sweden got it right. I mean, I feel like that's Sweden anyways, but whatever.
That is true.
Like
if it wasn't so cold, we'd live there.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't like being cold.
I know you don't. I mean, you put on a hoodie before the show.
It's cold in here.
Yeah, you put it on like tucked in your thing.
Did I?
Yeah, one of your strings is tucked in.
Oh, you could have told me this before.
Well, I just noticed it when I was talking about your hoodie.
All right, what's your rant?
A couple little things. Like, mine are not that big of a deal. I've been having problems with yellowing cases and noisy cables, and that's about it.
All right.
And not knowing how to, obviously, I haven't played so long. I haven't plugged in an amp in so long because I've been running DI right into the mixer. I felt like an idiot because I'm like, what do I do? But it's a really, really nice amp. So it's like me being an idiot. That's my only other rant, realistically. Me not knowing what the heck to do.
You should figure that out because you owe me a song now.
Well, I did. I figured it out.
Oh, so the song's ready?
Okay.
Is that a no?
You're insane.
All right, just checking. It's only been 10 years.
Insane.
It's only been 10 years.
We've only met. Oh, it's been longer than that.
Yeah. Still no songs.
All right. So what's up in your area?
All right. If you don't know, it's Easter weekend. So
if you don't know, now you know.
I'm assuming people are doing things for Easter. That's a thing.
Oh, what if they could change up the lyrics to that?
To what?
If you don't know, now you know, Jesus.
Okay. I don't think they want to.
I mean, I don't think they want Jesus to be affiliated with the N word.
Probably not.
Probably hard R or not.
Right. He was a G, but probably not that way.
The OG.
The OG for real. So 2 things. Nope, 4 things.
Oh, wow.
In Seattle, they have this thing called Astrolumina.
What?
And it's at the Seattle Chinese Gardens. And it's basically,
Basically.
it's like a whole bunch of lights happening at the gardens, and it looks like this really cool, like stars and moons and all these things.
What, do you remember what's it called? Do you remember laser shows or whatever? Do you remember when they used to do the laser light shows?
No.
Oh man, I'm old school.
Yeah,
Obviously,
back
I
in
used
the
to.
80s?
No. That was like 90s.
Okay.
Maybe it was 80s, 90s.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I was an adult, but that's
It's
what-
90s.
some 90s. But like laser light shows where they did another brick in the wall, the Pink Floyd show with lasers and
Oh,
stuff
that's
like
cool.
that. Used to do that all the time at like these domes.
Maybe it's like the Sphere now in Vegas.
But the sphere's on the outside. On the inside, no, it was just a room. It was
Oh.
like an auditorium, and you'd just lay down and you'd see it all going on.
Because you were high.
Well, a lot of people did that
Yeah.
and then went to the show
Right.
for sure. I mean, it's another brick in the wall.
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
it's Pink Floyd.
All right. And also in Seattle, Tim McGraw's going to be there. I thought, that'd be fun.
Where?
Seattle. We're not there, obviously.
Oh,
In Fresno, Paul Wall is at the Chukchansi Park. Woot woot.
yeah, we
Becca?
met him.
You're in. It's tomorrow, I think.
Oh, it's in Fresno.
Is in Fresno. And in Sacramento, I didn't know if you know this. There's a thing in Midtown. It's called Weird, Strange, Bizarre. And it's like a day of, they call it experimental comedy shows.
Oh,
It's like $20 for the whole day.
weird.
Yeah. Well, it's weird, strange, bizarre. But yeah,
Strange.
I know. And bizarre. It's all those things.
Bizarre.
But yeah, that $20, that's not bad.
Is that tomorrow?
I don't remember. I just know it's this weekend.
Oh,
I think it's tomorrow.
'cause this is Friday. We're recording on Friday.
Why you want to go?
Well, it's live right now. No, it's just I'm wondering who's going to be there. Like if I know anybody that's going to actually be down there
I think
performing.
it's like
Is
up
it?
and coming.
Yeah, but is it local people?
I don't know.
'Cause
I
I-
didn't go that deep.
I know a few people that might be
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah, you should look it up. Look it up.
I
Check
just
it out.
don't pay attention to that stuff anymore.
All right, that's all I got.
I need to.
That's all I got for what's up.
What's up? Cool. Let's go into something else.
Shout out! Woo! All right, I got 3.
I have 3.
All right,
You know,
I'm as-
I'm almost out of beer
I'll get one.
in my cup.
I'm gonna start off with shout out to my sister Rebekah. She had the crazy idea
Oh my gosh.
of having all of her nieces and
Insane.
nephews this week because they're on spring break. So they, at one point, I think she had all of them at her house. And God bless her, because there's a lot of us. There's a lot of those little rugrats. I think there's 10. Are we at 10 yet? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we're at 11. There's a lot. Anyways, so she had all of them there. Some spent the night she had them Sunday to Thursday, and she survived. And bless her for it, because I love all my nieces and nephews. They're loud, and there's a lot of them.
So I'm on the fence on whether Rebekah is a saint or an absolute idiot. Like
Both.
I like sitting there like,
Both.
is that called being a masochist?
I don't know.
Like you enjoy pain.
All of the nieces and nephews absolutely loved it.
No,
They
I
had
understand.
a blast. She called me and said, "Why did I do this?"
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about her. You know, I'm talking about like that's masochism, isn't it?
I don't know.
Like I love pain. I love, just saying it as being funny. It's like there's no I couldn't do it.
You could.
Well, I could do it. I could probably do it.
Yeah.
I'd probably be patient and hide in a room and go, "Here's $20. Get out of my face. You
Yeah.
want 20 more? Okay, cool.
You would.
Get out of my face. You want 7 popsicles? Go eat them. Get out of my face." Because we've kind of chaperoned, I mean, not really, but kind of chaperoned some people in Disney
yeah.
in a sense, but they were older.
Yeah, but not that.
And we're not really responsible for them.
No,
but
we said bye.
yeah, we're like, here's your genie pass.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll see you when we see you.
Text us if you need
Yeah.
something.
So that was kind of cool.
Oh, Bailey and Mariah said hi in the chat.
Oh, nice. Hello. Hello, Mariah. Mariah Sorter. Bailey Egger. Happy Friday. A couple of them here. The shout outs are actually, I'm going to do two. Like the Mattars are starting a church. So that's super rad. I think they're doing like an Easter service this weekend. Is that true? Something to that effect, at the church, that kind of thing. So, because we're not real big churchgoers here, but I was like, still, the impact that can have on a community, especially knowing them as good, not just good, but great humans. I think that's a very, very positive thing. They're starting a church in Seattle, and they live outside of Seattle, so that's pretty dope. The two guitar shops that I've been working with, like Oakland Guitars, I really, really appreciate them for being so patient with me. It's Tony, not Tony, sorry. It's, jeez. It's Johnny. Tony's been in my mind. I just, pulling a Tony. Johnny, down there, his patience with me of having this amp, getting it wasn't my amp. It was shipped over from the UK, and they were changing it into 120 from 240, which is super rad. And I paid for it 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting there,
in the shop.
Yeah, and it takes up space. It's a smaller shop,
They put it in the garage.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In the garage.
That's where I get it from.
So thank you so much for doing that. That's a huge deal, and I am definitely doing more business with them, even though Sarah says I'm not supposed to buy anything from them. She even told the owner.
I did tell him.
The owner.
Stop selling him stuff.
But the other one was Capital City Guitars in Olympia. So thank you so much for being patient with us and me, because I'm an over communicator.
Yes.
I always like to message you, and I'm going to come in there and I'm going to talk to you and do stuff. But everything was so seamless going in there with Bailey and Ryan and little M, and got that little guitar for her. So thank you so much for that. So Capital City Guitars, huge shout out to them.
Yes. I have two. So also on the Mattar thing, we were talking to Ariel, and she brought up this care scale thing, and I wrote it down because I want to talk about
dope.
it. And we can't do it because just of who we are. Scooter acts he cares.
Okay,
anyways. So the care scale thing is like when you're in a discussion with somebody, usually your partner, before it gets out of control and everyone's mad at each other, you stop and you're like, how important is this to you?
On a scale of
1 to 10. And if for them they're like, well, really, it's like a 3, and you're like, well, to me, it's super important. It's like 8, and they're like, okay, then you have it. It's yours. Like the discussions of whatever it is done. It's basically you win, but not win, but it's yours. Like this is for you. But I was telling her, I was like, it's hard because Scooter, everything's a 10, and I'm like, everything's like a 2. I'm like, yeah. Well, we say that, but internally he might be like, I don't really care. It's like a 1, and I'm like, no, it's like an 8. But out loud, we're like, it's like a 1.
Okay, so the way you explain it was extremely confusing.
What?
Yeah. If I was listening and didn't understand what you were saying, I'd be like, what?
All right, continue.
So the idea is when you're having that conversation, you're saying what level it's at.
Yes.
Right? And Sarah has a tendency to say, well, it's a 2.
Yeah.
When really to her, most things are more important to her than she's going to express them.
That's true.
I think this is what you were trying to express.
I think that's what I said.
And then what I'm coming in hot. Everything's a 10. Like buying a new pen is a 10. Me buying a new car is a 10, which are completely two different things, right? On purchasing scales, or those certain things. Like think about those, but I come in hot with a 10.
Yeah.
But realistically, a lot of them are like 2s or 3s. Like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I think that's where her and I disconnect. You and I disconnect, because you're like, I really don't care. So, but when you go, I really don't care what we have for dinner, and then we go and have something, you go, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. So it's not a 2. It's more like a 7.
Yeah.
To you all the time, that kind of thing. To me, it's like I come in, I have a strong opinion about everything, but I actually, at the end of the day, I really don't care what it is.
Right.
It's like, if it's food, it's food.
Yeah.
Let's go. So that was kind of that was a shout out to Ariel and her
care
usage
scale. I liked
of
it.
the care scale.
And last one is to Alyce and Ben, because I'm pretty sure today or tomorrow, can't remember, They're putting a deposit down their apartment.
That's what we're hoping.
Woot, woot.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're
That's
saying.
what they, at least that's what I've heard through little birdies and passenger
That's what
pigeons.
they told me. So yeah.
Well, I mean, that's great.
Yeah, it's exciting.
We'll see. I'm hoping because I'm always. It's one of those things of with my kids as they grow is like I know that some of them understand more than others on how much it really costs and how much it takes. And I don't want to say cost as in money, like it costs you as a person. Is your time, your investment, your
Energy.
Yeah, all your energy is when you go out on your own. It's a whole different level of energy.
Yeah.
You've got nothing to fall back on but yourself.
It's good
right?
for them.
Didn't I say that something about
Probably.
something? Like, what was I saying? It was like the only person that is responsible for you is you.
It's a long pause there. Yeah.
Well, it was dramatic effect.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could put even a sounder in there.
You shouldn't.
The only person that's
Okay.
responsible for you is you.
Oh, okay. Well, like a Saturday morning special right there.
Yeah. That's like freaking G.I. Joe. That's
Oh,
a
shit.
G.I. Joe.
It's a Captain Planet right there.
Captain Planet. Who can save the planet? You. No,
You have any more shout outs?
I probably do. I know I want to get in. I still want to get into the game part because.
Well, let's advise. and
Oh,
then
let's
we'll
get
do
into that
games.
because whatever's in the advise me not, I think it would relate.
Okay.
So
You don't
let's
even
push-
know.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll make it relate.
Advise me not.
Oh, you want me to hand this to you?
Yeah, I not Mrs. Incredible. I mean, I am.
Yes, you are.
But
Have you seen you?
I don't have stretchy arms. I
That's why
Saggy
no, but
arms.
honestly, when you put on the
Superhero
her exercise pants, I call them superhero pants. You know why? She looks like Mrs. Incredible to me. Like the curve on her, I'm like, this
She's
is
just blind.
awesome. No, she has like this superhero shape to her when she wears her exercise pants and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just me.
All right, here we go. Scooter does not know what we're talking about today.
No, this
It's
is
not even an advice segment
this,
today.
Yeah, this segment is we put this segment as an advise me not because it's kind of like the subject of the day.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's actually going to be advice or not advice. That's why it's called advise me not.
Yes.
So it's just to encourage people to have discussions about things and stuff.
Yes. All right. So I was listening to a podcast, shockingly.
Listen to a podcast.
And there's 2 questions, so you're going to have to take down some notes, and then I'll discuss mine while you're writing yours down.
Holy cow.
So the first one is I need you to give me 3 things that make you happy. 3 things that currently make you happy.
Currently?
Yes. And I'm not going to give you the second one until you answer the first one.
Okay. Well, then you have to answer it first.
I am, but you can't take mine. And it can't be like, I'm not going to, you do whatever you want. Okay. So, right as I talk.
I'm thinking. Can I think and then write? Or do
No.
I have to write and then think?
Yes,
I'm thinking already.
obviously. So my first one is traveling. Traveling makes me happy. It makes me grumpy for a little bit, but then it makes me happy most of the time. Going for walks really makes me happy. It's like the most zen thing I feel like I could ever do. I love yoga. I love exercising, but going for a walk, either with somebody or by myself, is probably one of my most like calming, wonderful things I could do. And then my third one is cooking/baking. I was gonna put anything in the kitchen, but I hate dishes. So cooking/baking is like my third happy. If you find me in there, I'm probably in a good mood because I won't cook if I'm in a grumpy mood. I'll just order out or something. But those are my 3 things that currently make me happy. Did you find 3?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't find 3. I'm talking about me, so I don't have to go look too far. I have some. I mean, the last ones. Yeah. Okay. So the first one, I'd say 3 things that make me happy. Acts of service.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like not me doing them, but like instead of being nice to me or something like that, just do the stuff. And
Yeah.
that's probably more geared towards my family inside, not outside of my family, because it's like I don't ask for friends or anything outside of this household to really do anything for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever have. but inside my bubble of family, the acts of service, doing stuff not just for me but for the house, doing stuff, it's that if the garbage is full, you take out the garbage,
Yeah.
if you accidentally get pee on the seat, you wipe it off.
Right.
Don't leave turd stripes in the toilet.
Okay. We got it.
The toilet, bathrooms are my thing, obviously,
can
right
tell.
now. But it's just like those little things. It doesn't have to be super clean.
Yeah.
But that little act of service, because I've ranted about these things so many times. Like, why is the dish in the sink when you could just put it in the dishwasher that's empty?
Yeah.
It's weird to me.
Okay, what's your second one?
The second one is experiencing new things.
Okay.
And I think the travel is, it kind of aligns. And I think that's why we get along so well, just in general. It's like, I love experiencing new things. Even though I can be at the beginning, could be a little like reserved about it because I was like, oh, that means I have to go outside and blah. But when I go out there, I never want to come back home. I'm like, this is amazing. Why haven't we done this my whole life? Experiencing new things, and that means anything. I still want to experience new things. I still want to go skydiving.
Right.
I still want to go to different countries. I still want to go to concerts that I've never even heard of the band. I don't care.
Yeah.
And that kind of moves me into the third thing is music always. Like, there are some times where I have silence in the room, and that's because I'm trying to really hone in my thoughts.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to do stuff without stimulation, and I'm trying to, because I have such overstimulation in my brain. It's constant. It just constantly goes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to really calm that voice without outside noise.
Yeah.
So I'll spend hours down here working, with watching nothing on YouTube, watching nothing, not listening to music, but doing some work or something like that with no outside interference.
Okay.
Really been working on that because I want to find my inner voice. I don't know if that's what it is.
Yeah.
But music always. I love the sound of music playing all of the time.
Okay, you ready for the second part?
No.
Without putting the word more but in front of the things you just said, what would make you happier?
Without what?
Without putting more in front of the three things you just wrote. So instead of saying more music, more new experiences, what three things would make you happier? Would make life happier?
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can't can't reuse these.
Correct.
I don't know. Happier.
Yes.
All right. Go.
Okay. So mine. I would be happier if and when, because it's going to be a thing, I have no debt. I don't like it. It looms over me. It makes me want to vomit. And it really would, if I had $5 in debt or 500,000, to me, it's the same exact thing. I don't like it at all. It makes me icky. So that would make me happier if I had no debt. If I spent less time working, it would make me happier. It's very hard to do. I don't think it is as hard as I make it seem, but it is hard for me right now to do, to spend less time working. But I think working less would make me happier. And then the funny thing is I actually had one of yours. I put down new experiences would make me happier, because traveling is great, but new experiences doesn't always mean you have to travel somewhere to do it. So having different new experiences, no matter what it is, like even the weirdest random things, would make me happier. Hot air balloon ride. It sounds terrifying, but
That sounds great.
Woo.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I would hate it and love it
Right.
all at the same
But there's
time.
so many cool things that just haven't even experienced. I went to a house this week that had 12 cats. That was a new experience. Didn't say it was good, but it was an experience, and I learned something. Burned your nostrils.
What does?
Being in a house with 12 cats.
Your nostrils?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You ever been in a house with 12 cats?
Well, I would die. There's a difference between being allergic with 12 cats and just being with 12 cats.
It's a lot.
You
They're
know?
very sweet cats, but 12 is a lot. New experience. I appreciate it for what it was. I appreciate the lady who fostered and adopted all these cats.
But
That was
dang,
cool. But it's a lot of
that's
cats. All right, what you got?
I only got to 2 because I was listening. I was engaging with you.
Sorry.
But my first, I can at least do 2.
Okay.
Okay. Can I put more in front of these ones?
Sure.
If they're different, but it's more something.
Yeah. You could say more in front of this new list.
Okay.
Just not in front of your old list.
More time with my adult children.
Oh, that's nice.
Realistically, I've always loved my kids as they were growing up, but it's not that I love them more, but I really enjoyed the friendship of my adult children.
Yeah.
So huge, like Ariel and Bailey are just so effing cool people, and they're just so much to take in and so easy to do nothing with or everything with at the same time. And I love that so much. So, more time with my adult children.
Okay.
My second one is if I played music in a band.
Nice.
That would definitely make me happier than I am now.
Okay.
But I don't know my third one. I didn't. Probably. It has to do with more the experiences too, other experiences. But I think doing more. I know the playing in the band kind of goes synonymous with that, but like being on stage more. Either presenting comedy, maybe comedy, inspirational stuff at the same time, not just comedy or
TED Talk.
Maybe, but like maybe mixing music with inspirational talk and some comedy on stage in front of people, because I feel like I was meant to do that kind of stuff and I decided not to for other reasons.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's not like I'm super knowledgeable or somebody, but I feel like I could say some things that people are already thinking, but they're maybe now ready to hear it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it's not coming from a profound, like I know more than anybody else out there, but I think I'm bold enough to say it to a group of people that might be ready to hear it.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Okay, so here is the question. Here is the all important question. Knowing what makes you happy and what would make you happier, are you currently doing things to make them come true? Are you currently taking steps to do more of the things that would make you happier and that make you happy?
Yes.
Like what?
Well, I can't force people to do acts of service, so that's not.
No, you can't.
So that's
yeah.
I can't do that. Experiencing new things, absolutely. Like I think that's kind of the goal of the no debt thing, because I think experiencing new things is kind of in conjunction with the debt thing.
I will tell you right now, you have completely stepped back from doing new things. You are the new things guy. You were like, every week we got something we're going to go do. And it had nothing to do with debt or money. It was just like, hey, I found this thing, even if it was free and we go find stuff. But you don't like leave the house that much anymore.
That is true.
So that is definitely taken away from the new experiences thing.
Yeah, that's true. I'm getting better, though, because I went such a slump of it. I went to zero.
Yeah.
I went to zero.
Yes.
And like reset. But now it's more like I want to go do things. But yeah, I was like, I don't want to go to the store and shop anymore. I don't want to talk to people like that. But I want to experience new things. And going and doing the mundane things is not new.
Right.
To me. So you're absolutely correct, though.
I'm talking about without the mundane things.
Yeah.
It used to be more things. Because I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Probably.
About how, like, you want to do more date nights. And I don't think we did on here. But I was telling Scooter, I was like, the things that I consider date night is like going on walks and watching TV and like hanging out at home have always been the same things I always consider date night.
Right.
But Scooter's idea of date night was always leave the house. But he always planned those things. And so when you stopped wanting to leave the house, then you're like, well, we don't do date nights anymore. And I'm like, we don't do your date nights anymore.
Well, that's because I was hoping that you would show me an act of service.
I do. I said, get your butt outside. We're going for a walk. We're doing my date night.
But
I ordered a movie and some pizza. We're sit on the couch and watch TV.
The act of service to me by finding a place and we go experience it.
It is. It's a walk.
I'm just kidding.
Around our neighborhood.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So I don't think I've stopped. I've just, yes, at one point I completely did stop. But realistically, I'm down for anything. Right. I am down for anything for sure. So how about you?
All right. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not doing what knowing what I'll say half. I know that I have a plan, right, to get out of debt. That part is always there, unfortunately. That plan's a thing.
Right.
I have tried to get better about knowing when I'm sitting at work and not being productive at all. Like, why am I still sitting at my desk? There are certain parts of the day where I'm like, I know I have to get a ton of things done, but I haven't thought a single work thought in the last 45 minutes. So why am I forcing this? Just stop working. And sometimes I'm like, I'm taking a nap because obviously I'm not getting anything done. And what else am I doing? I should be doing 1,800 other things around the house.
Should be? Why?
Because they need to get done.
Like what?
Our bathroom needs to be cleaned.
Yeah.
Yeah, grocery shopping.
The bathroom just needs, yeah.
Like house stuff, basically.
I could do that.
Yeah, me too. You know, I think that part is like, but anyways, knowing that there are so many times where I feel like today, I don't know that I was actually productive today. I probably could have taken the whole day off and I would have got just as much done tomorrow. I'll probably get more done tomorrow than I attempted to do today if I would have taken the whole day.
I know what you're saying.
If that makes sense.
You would be more productive tomorrow and would have got enough. You would have got the same amount done tomorrow as today and tomorrow
Combined.
Collectively.
Yes.
Even if you would have taken today off.
Yeah, if I had taken the whole day off,
Yeah.
I would. Yeah.
And I totally
it would have been
understand
fine.
that. Yeah, I totally get that. So what I've been doing when it comes to work kind of stuff is doing a little bit every day instead of cramming it into one day.
Yeah. And
So-
I always know too when I get back from traveling, I don't know why I attempt to work the next day. I don't want to. I've been working 4 days.
But what are your 3 things?
What? Oh wait, which ones? My happier?
Yeah, because that's any of them. Like you're
said
not
them
doing
all.
any of them.
No. I was going down my list.
Oh.
I did the whole. I said the debt thing.
'Cause I only
Working
got
on
to
my
do
plan.
one.
I know. Because then you asked me.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then I went to the spending less time working thing. That's what we were just talking about right now. I am so congested. I could feel it in my face.
Well, it's because you're back in Sacramento.
Oh, sorry.
Me too. Like ever since I got back to Sacramento from the Pacific Northwest, my nostrils are on fire.
I'm not enjoying this.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay, crazy. What's your next one on your list? I'm gonna go.
Well, my first one was acts of service, and then experience new things, and music always.
Okay, let's talk about that one.
What?
What do you, other than reorganizing your station again for the 13th
No,
time?
I don't mean playing music. I was like music always. Like music is encompassing everything that I do.
I know, but I'm on your happier side now. You're talking about being what? Because you said something about bands or
Playing in a band.
right, playing music, playing in a band.
Yeah.
Other than reorganizing your stuff, because you were invited to play in a band,
Yeah.
and then what happened?
Oh no,
Right. What happened?
I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot. I just forgot. Okay, I forgot.
No, it's not okay.
No, I agree with that. So, yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I have 2 more days. I'm supposed to have something done in 2 more days.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to happen. So, there was something, and realistically, there was something. I think it was a McGregor said it. It was, and I was like, and he's not like, I'm not like Conor McGregor is not like
that was the other one.
who McGruber.
I want to say Ewan, but that's wrong. Evan.
Whatever his name is. But he said something about how they were talking about his training and that kind of stuff. And he goes, stop. He didn't say stop, but he was like, if you say I'm going to get up in the morning at this time, get up in the morning at that time. If you say you're going to train at this time, train at that time.
Yeah.
Stop letting yourself down.
Right.
Because you wouldn't do that to somebody else.
Right. Does that mean you get the song done 3 days?
No.
Okay. Just
Does that mean you're gonna work less?
yes.
No. Because you've said that so many times. So it is it is where we're at, and we're always trying to do something better and do something different. But it was just kind of one of those things. It's like, that's just rung in my head. I saw it on some feed. But it comes to playing stuff too. It's like, I think it's one of these things of, and this is where I kind of want to roll whatever we're doing in here into fear, because I feel like most people have a fear of failure, a fear of letting go of something or holding on to something, a fear of whatever.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of and I think that's my biggest problem is fear, and not of people not liking my music or people not like I don't really care that much about. Right. What I care more about is was it good enough for me? Is this what I'm really trying to create? And then will it ever be good enough for me?
Yeah.
And I'm afraid of that. I'm very fearful of that. I'm fearful of when I pick up an instrument and I do stuff and I go, you sound like straight garbage. You know, that's kind of my, I don't know, my whatever the depression thing kind of kicks in and going like telling me, no, you're not worth this. Like, you're not worth it. That sounds like trash.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't even listen to that. That's kind of what, you know, so it gets in your head.
Interesting.
Comes the fear.
Yeah.
But playing in a band, stage stuff, I've always wanted to do it.
You've been talking about that a lot lately.
What?
Getting on the stage and doing comedy.
Doing something.
Yeah. Like 5 minutes, all I need.
Well, I gotta do 5 minutes. But I would just feel like you could kind of mix the two. It could be an inspirational thing, motivational, music could be involved.
Yeah.
And it could be funny in some parts. It doesn't have to be funny the whole time.
Right.
But, you know, like a 5-minute something that is entertaining, but doesn't have to be just comedy the whole time.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be music the whole time. It doesn't have to be like a TED Talk inspirational thing the whole time.
Right.
I just feel like those mediums are cohesive.
Yeah.
They're very cohesive. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Like a fringe fest in one place.
Kinda, yeah. In 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
But more time with my adult children, that is something that I have definitely like committed to. I'm doing it as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I'm making it a serious priority in my life. And hey, hopefully my daughters, older daughters, enjoy it, because I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. Okay? I'm spending time with you guys and your babies for me. So, sorry.
My other one was new experiences. I feel like I'm trying. I'm not working as hard as I want to on new experiences. I feel like I try to find them. Even when I'm like out traveling, I try really hard to not just do work and then go back to the hotel and be by myself.
Your opportunities are so grand.
I know, but I'm so lame.
Yeah, but I mean, and I think that's when you guys, like when you do that convention thing for, was it, we're talking, I mean, when people go to SAC Anime and do all that stuff, that's more of a geek convention.
Yeah.
She goes to straight up nerd conventions to where, do you know what they talk about? Numbers, auditing, verifying codes. How do we verify this code and make sure that it fits into this code and they're doing it at this state? And I'm like, oh, so lame.
The nerve.
But realistically, when you go to those things, they plan something that's an outing. They plan something that you go do stuff like the Red Rock you went to, like we went downtown Nashville. Yeah. There's a reason why they do that. Yeah. The reason they do that is because they know the convention's nerdy boring.
Right.
They know it.
Yeah.
That's why they do that. I mean,
I'm concerned for this next one because we're literally on Coronado Island and on a resort on the island, and there's not really many places to go. So I don't know what we're going to do.
But it's on an island.
Ish.
There's a brewery there.
There's a brewery there. I don't know how you get there because it's not like there's like tons of Ubers.
Oh.
Hopefully we can walk. Anyways. Yeah. But new experiences is what am I working towards it. I have an issue with the small experiences. It's harder for me to like try to go find the small things. If it's a big one and you're like, we're going to go on a trip, I'm like, easy. There's this and this and this place and it's great. But the little ones, you're like, let's go explore something around here. And I'm like, ooh.
You got to blink 182 that crap.
It's hard. I know.
You got to leave some roses on the stairs.
So why am I not doing those things? I don't know. But now it makes you think of like, why am I not doing things to make myself happier? Knowing what would make me happier. Why am I not doing the things?
Because the list is, I mean, these are not, you know,
They're not over the top
I'm
crazy
like,
list.
Lamborghini, that's
Right.
not on my list.
Right.
You know, it's like SpaceX,
Yeah.
taking a rocket, it's just not on my list. Because I was like, if that ever happens in my life, that'd be super rad. But that's not what would make me happy. That'd be a
Right.
cool experience.
Yeah.
But it'd be one experience.
Right.
Right.
So that was their questions. Like,
It's pretty good.
if you have your list and you know these, like you already know yourself, you know these things would make you happy and happier. Why aren't you doing them? Why aren't we taking more walks?
So, hey, so here's the challenge out there. If people are listening, make these lists. Talk to your significant other about them. Talk to your partner. Talk to your friends,
Yeah.
your close friends about what they are and how you can go from there. So when I was talking about fear, okay.
Okay, you want to talk about this?
No. I mean, is there more on this?
No,
this
that's all I
subject?
had. That's really
Okay.
all I got.
Which is great. And I really enjoyed that because I feel like if I had more time, those would probably be more thought out.
Yeah.
But, she likes to spring stuff on me and,
Because
take-
otherwise, you talk to me about it before the show, and I'm like, well, now
I try not to.
Mm. Fear.
Okay, so yeah, but fear. There was an acronym that somebody said. I think who said it? Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
Said it in a podcast that I was watching the other day, and it's talking about fear. And he said, I went to his therapist and says, I'm afraid. I have a fear of this. And the therapist said, do you know what fear is? Fear is false evidence appearing real.
So true.
And I was like,
Yeah.
what? There's so many things out there that you're telling yourself you can't do or that's scary or all this stuff. It's false evidence, but you think it's true.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's true? If somebody else came up to you and was like, that's silly.
Right.
We should be afraid of that.
Yeah.
Why are you afraid of that? But when it's yourself, you see that evidence there.
Yes.
So, I'm that's not really my quote of the week, that kind of thing. Not really even a quote of the week. There's this, I can't remember who said this. Is another, I watch a lot of podcasts lately while I'm working. You might appreciate this. Saying this sucks can be balanced by saying things are great. You got to balance them out, right?
Yeah.
It's called dollar cost averaging.
Dollar cost averaging.
That's a
That's
accounting
fair.
term.
Yeah.
And what does dollar cost averaging mean?
I don't know.
Oh, well, look it up.
Oh, no.
This is like it's an accounting financial term. So I want you to be involved in this.
Oh, well, you should have told me some prep or something.
Well,
Dollar.
Well, you gave me a
cost
whole
averaging.
category with no prep. I'm
Oh.
dollar cost averaging
okay.
is what?
It's the system of regularly buying a fixed dollar amount of a specific investment regardless of the price. Is that helpful?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know. I just read it.
You're the smart one. What does that mean?
Fixed dollar amount of a specific investment. It's like you're going to buy $7 worth of rice, no matter how much the rice costs per pound, we'll say. You're always going to buy $7 worth of rice.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you go out, I was like, it's an investment. You know what you're going to spend.
Yeah.
So saying this sucks can be balanced by saying things are great. So you can say, no matter how much the investment is, like, hey, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
Or you go, wow, this whole thing's going to suck. Same experience.
Right.
Same amount of energy put into the thing. But you could either say, hey, this is going to be okay.
Yeah.
All right, we can do this. It's going to be great. Or you can go, I'm really dreading this and this is going to suck.
Yeah.
So are you spending the little amount on nothing? Or are you spending the right amount, the balance of it,
Right.
and putting it into it and getting whatever comes out of it? Like if the experience is crappy, right? You still spent the great amount. You're like, this is going to be great. If it had an even better experience, you still spent the $7 on rice.
Yeah.
And you got 2 bags
Right.
full of rice. But if you spend that $7 and you only get like 3 or 4 grains of rice, hey,
Right.
it's only $7.
Yeah, yeah.
All I had to do was go, this is going to be great.
Interesting thought. It's so hard. I try that, but because I feel like I go in thinking it's gonna be so awkward for me, instead of being like it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. I always walk in and stuff being like, this is gonna be so weird and awkward. I never say it's gonna be bad. I just walk in saying it's gonna be weird and awkward.
But also it's like I think it comes from a different mindset. Like I notice with the brain, the way my brain works is I notice so much that's going on in my vicinity. The climate of the room, the temperature of the room. I don't mean like the actual, like, is it 17 degrees? Is it 40 degrees? No, it's like you can tell if somebody is frustrated, things aren't going well, those kind of things, the attitude between two people, the way somebody's ignoring somebody or flirting with somebody. I can see all those things. So when I go out in public, it's just, I get so annoyed because I'm just sitting there like, just say something. Just you can tell this person wants to say something, or you can tell this person is having a bad day and taking it out on somebody else, and that other person's just sucking it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can see it all the time. I can see the people in the grocery lines, like just ignoring other people or being so, and on the same level, they're being so, having such a conversation with the person that's checking them out that they're backing up the whole line.
Yeah.
Right. Or somebody's complaining after they picked it out themselves and then complaining about the product at the register.
Right.
After with 7 people in line. You know, it's like those kind of things are just, I can see so the temperature of people, the climate of people, the disrespect of people, or the over respect, or I can see it all. And I think that's why going out just to pick up groceries, I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have 17 to 20 experiences, even though I'm not involved in the experience.
Yeah.
I can see it occurring. I can tell when somebody's having an attitude problem, or somebody's too giggly or too social. They're overcompensating for something. And I just, ugh.
Man, I'm so good at ignoring everybody.
But I look like I'm ignoring everybody.
But you're taking it all in.
Yeah, you look at me as like you tell me that I have like this angry face.
You do have an angry face.
Well, the reason is I have an angry face because I want to get involved in all these conversations, because I was like, I want to go, why are you so pissed off?
Yeah.
I was like, and I'll go, it's just peas, man. It's just peas. Right? Or you go up to the front, I was like, hey, can you just pay for your stuff so that 7 people behind you can go through?
Right.
You know, just like the conversation we had with the guy parking his car out front.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did that have to be such a stupid conversation when I was not mean about it? I just was having a conversation going, hey, and it wasn't even about me. It was about other people. I was thinking about other people when I had the conversation, but it still had to be like a big deal.
Yeah.
So I just shut my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it?
It is. Not have to go into every situation thinking that way. I always try to go into positive. I mean, I try to go into positive attitude.
You go too over positive. And I think, no, you do. Like, my personal opinion is like, you go into like, everything's a effing rainbow and everything's sunshine. And you're like, but they're stealing from you. Like, literally stealing from you. Oh, it's fine. They won't do that tomorrow. What? But they already did. Yeah. Like, that makes no sense to me.
I know.
Well, I forgive them. And I was like, yeah, but you're allowing them to do it again. The forgiving somebody doesn't mean you allow them to do it to you again.
Yeah.
There's 2 completely different things. I don't know how we got in this. But,
me either. Here we are.
But that's kind of my acts of service too. That's my big acts of service. Like, hey, do the stuff. I said, what did I say? It was the Ty actually, the other night. We were talking and stuff, and I said, hey, I haven't seen you since,
last time she was
we only get to see you when Mariah's home. And he goes, yeah, sorry about that. And I said, don't be sorry, because you know what sorry is? No, I said to him, do you know what the best way to apologize is? Change your actions.
Oh, ham.
But I say that to everyone. I was like, it's not, You know, and then this person thinks, oh, he doesn't like me. And I was like, I've said the same thing to everyone. If you take it to heart, maybe it's because you might need to change something. Yeah. Oh, maybe. But everybody else is like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Then the other people that get so offended, the people that are offended are the people that need to change something.
That's true.
Because if you're offended by it, that means in something inside you don't feel good about.
Right.
Because I don't get offended that easily.
What?
I don't get offended.
I feel like you get offended.
By who?
Me.
Okay, that's different. You're. I don't think offended, but it's like, do I get offended by the stuff that you say?
Sometimes.
No, I don't know about offended.
Okay.
I mean, when you tell me my haircut's the only good haircut I've ever had in my whole life.
So I said it's the best haircut you've ever had.
Yeah.
I'd say the only good one.
Well, if it's the best one I've had, then everyone else was subpar.
Yes, it wasn't as good.
I've lived my whole life with a subpar haircut.
You had some terrible haircuts.
Yeah, for sure.
This one's the better one. Mm-hmm. Bailey agreed with me when she saw you. She said the same thing. And
it was just one of those things. I felt good about it too. When you guys said that, I was like, it was a joke. When I said it, then you were like, but I do. I was like, okay, it was a joke.
This was like the 8th time that you said it.
What?
You brought it up that Sarah said. I mean, never mind.
Because it's funny.
I am funny. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Let's play a game. End the night on a game.
What are we playing? We're going to play a game?
Yeah.
What do we got?
God.
Do you want anything real?
Pick your poison. What real? What does that mean?
Do you got anything real?
Like what?
Like real funny.
Oh, you want to pick your poison? That always ends up being funny.
Does it?
But not the gross
You don't enjoy it.
I don't like the gross one.
You don't enjoy this game.
I actually don't.
Okay, then why would we play it?
Because people enjoy it.
Okay.
Ooh. Got it.
Should have seen that. I was off camera.
Cat-like reflexes, baby.
It's a spinning box.
You know, with all those cats, they probably bit me. Cats.
No.
Okay, we're playing Pick Your Poison, the non-gross version.
Not the After Dark one.
No, it's not appropriate.
I know we have considered. We are considering doing a little bit more PG-13, NC-17.
I told him just do it. I don't know what's holding him back. I say the same things no matter where we're at.
I know.
I would say
so. It's just gonna be me.
Yeah. No. Okay. Do you want to go random too, or do you want to read them first?
I say pick 5 and then compare 2.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. So here we go. We're picking 5. If you guys haven't played Pick Your Poison, it's really as simple as 2 different things that you'd have to do, and you pick the one that you would do.
Yeah.
Because you have no choice. Like you have a choice between the 2, but you have to do one.
Yeah.
So which one would you actually do?
Bailey said, "Don't hold back. You just let it out. Become NC-17 or whatever it is."
Yeah, but I just feel like there's some people that might view it and it's like, So I try because I also feel like if my grandkids can watch this, I mean,
but they're not.
They've sat in a couple times.
Well, when they're here, we just make it.
No, I mean they've watched it.
I need more water.
So, okay, so she left. That one's easy. Some of these are easy. Okay. What?
Ready? I'm gonna drink my shot.
What?
I want to drink my shot.
I did. Well, then let's do that.
Can I read you my 2? I'm ready.
Woo. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
This one made me laugh because I feel like it's my life right now anyways. I didn't pick it. I just wanted to read it. It says, become mute every afternoon between 2 and 5 p.m.
That's already you.
That's who I am right now. Once it's 2 p.m., I'm like, I'm done.
Well, and here's another one. Here's another one that I feel like is very similar because of who we are as human beings. Have 0 people wish you a happy birthday.
That's fine.
I was like
we're
not big on birthdays. We're not. It's basically when birthdays happen, there's like, so what are we having for dinner? What do you want?
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what we celebrate. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
All right. Cheers me first.
With your big glass and my little sippy cup.
Oh, be quiet.
Slantiva.
Salud.
Mm-hmm. That was a little one. Go for it.
Okay. Would you rather
Pick your poison.
have no fingernails or toenails,
Mm.
or have the theft alarm go off every time you leave a store, even though you didn't steal anything?
Oh, I'd do that.
Would you?
I'm a white guy.
Because at some point they're not gonna let me back in the store.
No,
so I can't choose.
But as a white guy, you walk out and they're just like, "Go ahead."
Right.
That's what they do. They put you on the floor and frisk
Yeah.
you. And...
So I have to not have fingernails or toenails, which is disgusting.
No, I couldn't do that. I mean, literally, how would you scratch anything?
I can't even. Actually, I can't. I'm gonna have to go to jail because I can't even think about it. Just
Go to jail, but you could just shop online.
I can't.
I mean,
Have you seen how Instacart shops for your groceries and your produce? They don't even care.
No, they don't. But I mean,
Can't do it.
no, but that'd be easy for me because I've never had somebody check my bag when the alarm goes off. In my
Really?
whole life. In my whole life. They always go,
That's bananas.
they go, "Oh, just go ahead."
Never.
I'm a white dude.
That's crazy.
Like I used to get like when I was younger, when I was a teenager and I had like a backpack on and stuff like that, and I was homeless, for a little while. So I would get pulled aside. They never looked through my bag. There was like, they just told me you can't be in here.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to get whatever I was getting, like a Red Bull or something like that.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't be in here with that backpack. And I'm like, but there's 7 other people in here with backpacks. Like, I don't understand.
Man, I can't even tell you. That is like always my dilemma. Even in Phoenix, I was like, I either have to leave my whole livelihood in my trunk and hope nothing happens, because if my computer gets stolen, I'm effed. Or I have to chance going in the store with my backpack on and someone being like, stop trying to steal stuff. So I'm like, last time I left my backpack in the trunk because I'm like, I know I just need a new shirt. It's all I'm going in here for because I didn't pack enough clothing. And I will hope nobody steals my backpack.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on, let's be real. There's profiling.
Yeah.
That does occur.
Bailey said no one has ever checked her purse. And the
Yeah.
whole thing, I just find that bananas.
She's a white woman.
It's crazy.
It's not crazy. It's one of those things that people don't realize are occurring on both sides.
Yeah.
On both sides. People are like, no, it's just normal that they just check your backpack. And then people are like, I've never been in checked.
Right.
And then you look at each other and go, ah. I mean,
What?
it takes that kind of conversation because it's being followed by a police officer just randomly is not common.
Oh, yeah.
But it is common for certain people in society. So
Right.
they think that's common. Other people think like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if those two people in society aren't having conversations together,
Right.
Nobody knows that it's not common.
Right.
I think
that's
it's
fair.
really that simple.
Yeah. All right, what you got?
So I feel like one of these is pretty much was my whole life for a while. If you have children with a penis.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you, take a 2-hour bath in a tub full of leeches,
Okay.
or have every toilet seat you sit on for the rest of your life be covered in warm urine.
Okay. I
That-
mean, obviously.
That's having
leeches.
boys.
Obviously leeches.
But it was ingrained in me as a child, as a young child, because I was the only one in the household most of the time that had a penis.
Yeah.
You pull the seat up, you pee in the toilet. Even if you miss, you put the seat back down, it's dry.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. For some reason, I understood that as a young child.
Right.
But I have one boy in this house that took him forever to figure this thing out. That's to me, it's the laziest thing in the world to not flip the seat up. It makes no freaking sense in my brain. And I'm talking, you could go into a public men's bathroom and there's piss on the seat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Like at that point, you made a choice.
Yeah.
You made a choice and go, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a dick right now.
Right.
That's it. That you made that choice.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? I'm a dick. I'm going to do this.
So you're saying leeches?
Oh, totally. No. For the rest of my life, yes. And again, we've discussed this many
times. That's
times.
what you shouldn't get to. It either has to be a one-off, or forever.
So, explain that. Explain that to people that are listening.
The cards either say one time you have to do something, or it's like forever this is going to happen. I feel like it needs to be like a one time, or forever cards against each other.
That makes sense. Because I feel like you can't compare the two. If it's something you have to do, like you're just cringing for 2 hours.
Right.
Or something
You're
you have to
gonna
deal
suck it
with
up
the
and
rest of your... Yeah. Losing your fingernails.
That's forever.
What was the other one, though?
Every time you walk out of the store, the thing goes off.
I mean, that's... I mean, I get searched. My balls... This is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is... I mean, it's funny. No, but somebody has to frisk my balls 1 out of 2 times. No. 2 out of 3 times. Let's say 2 out of 3.
Yes, at TSA.
Yeah. At TSA, there's an anomaly in my crotch. Do you know how many times going through TSA, there's an anomaly in your crotch area, in your groin area?
Just you. And
they go, are you requesting a private screening? Right. And I'm like, I didn't request any of this. Like, I didn't know at what club I was getting.
Gosh.
You know, I didn't know what bottle service I was getting at this club. But they've had to pat down my groin area 2 out of 3 times that I've gone through the TSA in the last year.
So I need pre-check.
Seriously?
You don't go through that one.
It's hilarious to me.
All right, ready?
No, go ahead.
Never brush your teeth again.
No, never.
Or live on the top floor of a 20-story building with no elevator and you have to leave your house.
I don't know what that means.
Because usually you're like, well, I'll just never leave.
Oh. I'll do that.
You have to leave the 20-story?
Yeah, totally. I mean,
that's just stairs.
Yeah, but I just feel like you'd plan your day.
It's like your whole week.
No, you just plan. Like you plan your day as like I'm leaving, but I'm not coming back 3 times.
Right.
I'm going and doing stuff all day and then coming back once.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's pretty much what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd leave once a day.
Yeah, because I could not brush my teeth.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
Well, unless they invented something that wasn't brushing your teeth.
Like you just wear a mouth guard and it just does it for you?
No, teleportation.
Okay.
Teleportation.
How is that helping your teeth?
It helps all cleanliness stuff.
How? You just leave the dirt in one place and teleport to the next place?
Yes.
That makes zero sense.
It's freaking brilliant. If you teleport... Showers and the water problem and all that stuff would totally go away. If we could just teleport from one area, like one pod to the next pod, we're talking they could be 2 feet away. I've said this so many times.
I know.
And all you do is put in the algorithm, the computer, that do it over here, but minus this type of dirt, this kind of, and the right amount of moisture in your skin. But the dirt stuff you just leave behind. So you go blip, blip, and you're clean.
Oh, right.
You don't need water to wash at that point. And on here, it would be all the stuff that's on your teeth. Like, realistically, the molecules of steak and food, you could put those in a thing, and then you teleport over, and your teeth are freaking clean.
I don't like it.
I think the idea is great.
All right, what you got?
Freaking brilliant. I have no idea. No.
I know. I almost feel like these are too light. Maybe we do have to go after dark, but none of the gross ones.
Nope. Oh, that's never going to happen. No.
What took you so long?
What do you mean?
Just pick 2.
Okay, we'll just do this then. Here they are. Now, don't just pick 2, but like you have an unshavable unibrow.
Oh, that's terrible.
Or have every text you receive immediately read aloud by your phone.
Okay, here's the funny thing. I don't get like really terrible text messages.
Right, but aloud.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd care about either. Because I also not sure if I cared if I had a unibrow. You might care and be like, hey, what's happening over there?
I mean, you're going to care that you have a unibrow because nobody's with you. You're alone.
I think you'd still be with me if I had a unibrow.
I totally would be.
Yeah. I really think you would. You were like,
Right.
it's not my favorite thing, but I'm okay with it.
I mean, it says unshavable.
Right.
Doesn't say unbleachable.
I can't bleach my unibrow.
Yeah, you could brown it.
That sounds crazy.
Okay, you could dye it the same color of your skin.
That's true.
And that wouldn't get rid of it.
Because I want to say I wouldn't care, but I guess I probably would care at some point.
I think after a while, because it becomes a distraction
Yeah.
to people. Like, it's kind of like what was it? Michael Myers show, Austin Powers.
Yeah.
The kind of the mole on. It's like, it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's distracting.
Yeah.
And then people stop. When you have something that's different, really different about your face or your whatever, you can, after a while, there are certain people that will stop listening to what you're saying.
Yes.
And just focus on that. They're instead of remembering moly,
Yeah.
moly, he'd be like, unibrow,
Right.
unibrow. That's what's going on in their head while you're actually saying something important.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the other one.
Which was what?
I don't remember.
Having every text you read?
Yeah.
I feel like the unshavable unibrow I'd be okay with because I would just bleach it. I think you could bleach it, or skin tone it. And I mean, I already have hair between there anyways.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Yeah, but it's because it's not dark.
Yeah.
I have a couple dark ones and I yank them out.
Pluck them.
Well, yank. Tweeze. I think plucking's for chickens.
All right. Give me all those. I switched these out for After Dark ones.
What do you mean? That doesn't make sense, what you just said.
These are the new ones. Everything else you had is the old ones.
Oh.
I don't want to mix them in the boxes. But also remember, there are certain things we're still not discussing on here.
Like what?
You already know.
Saying that
You should know.
makes me want to discuss them.
You should know what we're not saying on here.
What do you mean?
Ugh.
Like what?
Anything that came up the last time we played this game when people were here, any of those.
I don't know. I don't even remember that.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Okay. I think I have two.
These are great.
Jeez.
Okay, but they are really, like, some of these are really rancid.
Yeah.
Like, really rancid. Like, 2 of my cards have the word semen in it.
Okay. That's what I mean. Probably not those. All right, we're doing 2 more rounds.
Woo!
Okay, ready?
Okay, hold on.
Let's see what's this one first.
Okay. This one's funny. I don't know why this is funny. Because I just feel like it's such a non-societal norm that this is super funny.
Okay, you go
to me.
first.
Okay. So, pick your poison. The first one is only be able to eat things you find in a public trash can.
Okay.
Or have a stranger wipe your butt after every poop.
Oh, for flip's sake.
It's so outside of the norm that could you find some? That's the thing. Is like you have
Right?
to, like, otherwise you
What
don't
if
wipe
they
your
say
butt.
no?
Yeah, then you can't wipe your butt.
I'm
Like,
not liking this.
This is funny. That one's funny to me
I mean,
because it's so like not just the fact of somebody else wiping your butt, but having to ask a stranger is like, hey, can you wipe my butt?
yeah, no. This is
That's
why I hate this
hilarious
version of
to
this
me.
game. I don't like either. Here we are again.
I don't like either, but it's still funny. That's called pick your poison. These are both poison. Oh man.
I can't eat garbage. But I also can have somebody wiping my butt.
Yes. But it's a public trash can.
That's not better.
I'm just saying it doesn't have to be rotten. It doesn't, it's like it's a public trash can.
I think that might be worse.
And the stranger part, maybe you'd have like a sign up.
Yeah, I'm going to go stranger. And I'm just going to get a new IHSS worker every single day. In home support care. Because I don't know them.
Well, that's kind of the thing.
But
Like I was saying, you could have a sign up as
Yeah.
like, I have to do this.
I'm
This is
gonna
something I do.
Wipe my butt.
It's not a fetish. Right?
That's
And
what I'm doing.
sign up and just, yeah.
Okay, ready?
That's hilarious.
What are you going to do?
What do you mean?
What are you choosing?
You're questioning me.
No, we always answer each
Not
other's
always.
questions.
This is the first time all night that we've done that.
That's not
Let's
true.
go. It's the first time all night.
Okay, fine. I'll move on then.
No. I think the public trash can, I think I'd be okay with.
Oh, God.
Because it doesn't say random. It's that things you find in a public trash can. I think I'd find certain public trash cans that certain people dump certain things into. And I think I could get into a rotation of like, oh, that's a half-eaten Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, and it's right outside of Subway.
Yeah.
I was just saying, you might find a restaurant that has the trash in the back. It's still public.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Not in California anymore. All that stuff goes into a, what do you call it? Compostable bin.
But I was just thinking like, what is it? Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
You get all that. I mean, there's some good stuff in there.
All right. Okay, ready? Your options.
Somebody wiping my butt is just like, I'm not doing it.
It's going to happen someday.
Well, thanks. Probably sooner than later.
Just saying. It's a thing.
I'm 50 now.
You're so stupid. All right, your options are you can either have a sexless marriage or constantly think about squeezing your butthole. Losing focus causes you to poop everywhere.
What just happened?
You can either have a sexless marriage.
No, I heard that one. I'm confused on this one.
You have to constantly think about squeezing your butthole. And if you lose focus, you'll poop everywhere.
Oh, that's just my life. So I'm picking that one. Sexless marriage is dumb. Like,
what if something happens? You don't have a choice.
Yeah, but all right.
Which one do you
pick?
You saying if something happens to me and we can't have sex anymore, you'll be like, that's it, I'm done.
That's not a sexless marriage.
Yes, it is.
There's a stigma, not a stigma, but there's like, yeah. What sexless marriage is like, you're married, you're in love, you're married and no sex. That doesn't mean like there's no, it's not, that phrase doesn't mean you can't, like physically can't. It just means it's sexless.
I mean, I feel like it means both.
Am I too deep in that one? Oh, Siri just chimed in.
She's about to give you a definition.
She just was like, seriously, I looked at my watch and she was like, I'm reading everything. Like everything I was saying was going down my watch.
So you're going to constantly poop yourself.
No, I didn't say that. I could just have to think about my butthole all the time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. I get too distracted. No, I'm just kidding. I'm probably, I don't know. They're both bad.
Yeah. Could you have a sexless marriage?
With you?
All right, let's go. Just in general, like in your who you are now, whether it be me or not, who you are now.
Do you still like me?
What?
Like as a human, do you still like me as a person?
Is this a real question?
I'm just saying, if we aren't having sex,
in this, in this
scenario.
I'm like, then I was like, well, yeah, I like it. What the? I was like, what are you asking?
In this scenario,
I almost dropped an F-bomb.
I know. Do you like me? Still like me as a like? Are we still friends? Like we still do things together and hang out?
I mean, it's a marriage. Otherwise, get a divorce.
Listen. All I ask is that a yes or a no.
Well, we have to be.
No,
Otherwise, we're not married.
As long as we still like each other, I could go for that.
What?
Yeah.
No sex.
I mean, there's other things.
Well, I mean, to me, like, sex isn't just innie and an outie.
Right.
It's all the other stuff is gone.
That's not true.
Is it?
That's not true.
What's your definition of sex then?
I don't want to ask her, but.
Right. I was like.
In my mind, it's fine.
Because they call oral sex.
Yeah.
So that's gone.
All right.
What?
All I'm saying is I'm not pooping everywhere. As long as you still like me, we can go travel places. It's fine.
Weird.
Bailey agreed. No, Bailey said sexless. See? She don't poop herself either. Can't do it.
All you have to do is like constantly think about your butthole.
Do you know how distracted I get on a daily basis? There's no way I could constantly think about that.
I can constantly think about at least 5 things all the time.
That is not true.
It's fact.
No.
5 things I'm probably thinking about all the time.
But it has to be constant.
Yeah, I'll just pick that's one of my 5. So now I have room for 4.
There's no way.
I'm clenching my butthole right now. As the thought of us talking, it was like, I am so focused. I really am.
There's no way. Because all you have to do is go to sleep. and now you pooped the whole bed.
I just dream about my butthole.
You can't. Okay, one more. You're supposed to pick one more.
Oh, dang it.
One more round.
Where are they at? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Bailey, I think only half of what you said came through. It says, that's effed up, man. And then I just got a star. It says, sexless. And then it says, read above.
No read above.
Right?
I don't know.
I feel like I missed something.
I don't,
We'll find out.
Hi, I'm distracted. Okay. Ooh.
You. Oh.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, is it my turn to ask first?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick your poison. One of the two. Pretend you are a cat and give someone in the room a tongue bath.
Okay.
There's only two people in the room, so it's just me. I'm looking around. Next one is have triplets with someone you only met once.
Oh, God. What was the first one again?
Pretend you're a cat and give someone in the room a tongue bath. I think I just want the tongue bath.
I don't
because I'm the only other person in the room.
That's fair.
So I'm pretty much gearing up to
Okay,
pick
you're at a party. Now go.
What?
You're at a party. Now you have to choose that one.
Well, the difference is, here's the problem. So somebody I'm going to have triplets with, or that night, or so I'm going to give a tongue bath to somebody. But you haven't even answered the question yet.
Oh, yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, so what? You deflector? Deflector.
I can't. I don't want to tongue bath anybody.
I'm right here.
I don't want to tongue bath myself.
It's been most places on my body. Let's be real.
That's not true.
It's been on most places of my body.
That's not true.
Most. That means over 50%.
Like normal places.
I'm saying most means over 51% of my body has seen.
But the places that have been missed are missed on purpose.
No, but all I'm
not
saying
licking your
is,
toes.
I'm just saying over most of my body.
Nah, I can't lick your toes. I don't lick anybody's toes.
That's out of all parts. Whoa.
That was my PG-13.
Out of all the parts of my body.
That was my PG-13.
Are you the stranger that's also helping me wipe my butt?
No.
As a cat?
No. Yeah, no. I can't. I'm going to have triplets with
You're going to have triplets.
Some random.
So you're going to have 6 kids. With some you're going to have 3 more kids with a rando.
Yeah. I had 3 with a rando already. I'm just kidding. I can't.
Feels like that.
I know.
It does feel like that.
Did it once.
Knew him for years, but still a rando.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, what are you doing?
I have to answer this one too?
Yes.
I think I would do the tongue bath because you're in the room. Now, if I'm at a party, yeah, I'd have the triplets. That's fine.
Right.
I get to have sex.
It doesn't say you do.
Well, I mean, how else do you have triplets?
What is
I'm not adopting triplets.
It doesn't say
I'm
that.
not donating my sperm. I'm like,
I'm having triplets, everybody else in bed.
yeah, I'm gonna get something out of this.
Oh gosh. All right, ready? Last one of the night. Would you rather only be attracted to people who you think are ugly?
That doesn't make sense, but that's fine.
So you're only attracted to people you normally wouldn't be attracted to.
Well, that's fine.
Okay. Or you said it'd be fine.
That's easy. Why is that a problem?
Or be required to squeeze the bum of every person you hug.
That's the first one. Like, because it seems that's a convoluted card.
No,
like,
it's not. Okay, so you're only attracted to, I'm not going to describe the person that you're normally not attracted to, but they also
a skinny blonde little white girl.
they also only complain about everything, and they're super high maintenance.
Yeah.
That's the only people you're attracted to.
Well, I mean, but if that's what I'm attracted to, is like that obviously changes in me.
No, you're still annoyed, but that's all you got.
I feel like that's every dating show that that's on TV now, isn't it?
So you're choosing to only be with people who annoy you on a daily basis.
Yeah, I mean I've lived that life.
I feel like you can get away with squeezing people's bums. It's just who you are.
Just grabbing their bums.
Yeah.
Give me 20 years. Once I'm like 70, I feel like it was like, he's just from another generation. That's another
boys
different
will
era.
Be boys.
Boys, yep. Boys will be boys.
All right, what's your last one? Oh, we already did it. Never mind.
That was your last one.
All right.
What about you?
I just did my last one.
Yeah, but you didn't answer it. See how this works? Is like I have to answer your questions and my questions. You only have to answer the ones I ask you. This is so.
I feel like as a
the
chick,
needle.
I could get away with squeezing someone's bum.
Fact. I think if you squeeze the girls, traditionally, if you squeeze the girl's bum,
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Oh, thanks."
Because all you have to say is, "Man, looking good." Squeeze their bum, and they'd be like, "Oh,
I think
thanks."
that
Yeah.
was like.
But as a guy, you're like, What are you doing
And then
right now?
No, a guy would be like, "Oh, a chick to squeeze my bum."
Right. No, but I'm like, if a guy squeezed the girl's
Right.
bum and said, "Looking good," they'd be like, "That's
What are you
sexual
doing,
harassment.
Brandon?
Don't ever touch me again."
But I think, I'm not saying it's not sexual harassment.
Right.
All I'm saying is societal norms of today.
Yeah.
If you squeeze the girl's bum and said, "Whoa, looking good today," they'd be like, "Thank you so much."
Yes.
I mean, not all of them,
Right.
right?
But a good portion.
And if you did, a good portion, and then a good portion, gay or straight guy, a gay guy was like, "Thank you, I've been
Right.
working on that," right? I just feel,
Yeah.
and then a straight guy was like, "That chick really digs me,
Right.
That's hot."
Yeah.
He would tell his buddies.
Yeah.
It'd be a confidence boost for gay guys, and it would be a confidence boost for straight guys because they'd tell their homies.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I think that one's okay for me.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm gonna go take a nap.
No, you can't.
Oh, we're gonna watch Physical 100
Oh yeah.
or The Voice
Oh
or
yeah.
The Rookie or
There's
Rabbit Elementary.
So many things.
We've been gone for 2 weeks, so there's so many things to watch.
Oh, that's awful.
Or a movie.
But yeah, we were gone for a couple weeks. Well, for a week. We were gone last week. We will be back very soon. We'll be back next Friday. Look for maybe some change up in our scheduling and look for some different things that we might be hooking up.
All right.
Yeah. So as of now, all you need to show up in real life, okay? Show up for each other. Be there for each other. If you're thinking about a person or somebody's crossed your mind, shoot them a text, give them a call, say, "Hey, let's go grab lunch." That's all I can say. Until then, we will see you next week. We love you all. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye.